Look at the sky, it's the color of love. Look at the sky, it's the color of love. You gave me the kiss I like, kiss of life. You gave me the kiss I like, kiss of life. You gave me the kiss I like, kiss of life. You gave me the kiss I like, kiss of life. We just don't wait for the sound to go away of what you have. Thank the good Lord. Guys, this tea is so good. And there it goes again. And it just close my door.
Okay, so what's up guys? It's me again. I'm here with another video. And in today's video, I'm not usually this serious. Well, sometimes I am. I want to talk about a very serious topic. So yeah, a very serious topic. And this topic surrounds the high crime rate that we have obviously in our country, and not to paint our country in a negative light, like our country is super dope, like the diversity of cultures, the Rainbow Nation, the way we are as people, we do everything, it's super awesome. But you know, like how every country has its pros, it will obviously have its cons as well. So yeah, I feel like it's a topic that not a lot of people are exposed to, and yeah, it might be helpful to someone who goes through a similar situation, of which I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, so today's topic is on so I feel like it's a topic that not a lot of people are exposed to, and yeah, it might be helpful to someone who goes through a similar situation, of which I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, so today's topic is on the 4 times that I got mugged or almost got mugged. So yeah, so before I start with this video, I'd also like to say that under no circumstance am I rooting or promoting being as stubborn as a mule. Yeah, so I'm not saying you should be stubborn, but I'm saying you should be aware and alert of things that are, how do I say this, things that you might not have knowledge of that happen. Yeah, so that's the purpose of this video. And so yeah, so I'll start with my first scenario or encounter of the situation. So the first time the first time I was actually mugged, hey? So it wasn't anything hectic, it wasn't traumatizing, because obviously this time particularly I was not really aware of the fact that it actually happened until after the incident, because we were walking and these 2 guys approach and they're like, you know what, we want money, phones, everything that's valuable. And we were just like, no, no, you guys, no. Unfortunately, I had carelessly put my phone in my pocket, my hoodie pocket. So obviously, being distracted by that, the other person or the second person, while the other one was talking to me, actually pickpocketed me. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, so they actually pickpocketed me. So that's how I lost my phone. And then the second time was actually an incident where me and a couple of my other 3 friends was standing, you know, we were having a conversation. So we had just met up at that spot because we needed to quickly sort out something and then leave for home, because obviously at that time I was still in high school. So we're standing there, and as we're standing there, one of my other friends has her phone. Obviously she's replying to some text, and she's just, you know, doing whatever she's doing with her phone. And then this guy, like, mind you, this guy he looks terrifying, mainly because he is very dirty. Like, his clothes look dirty, his hair, his nails, you know, he looks like a person who's homeless. So yeah, so he's like, he puts his hand into the circle, because literally we're standing in a circle, and he tries to grab the phone. At that point we were like, no, So at that point my friend's holding the phone, right? So he puts his hand in there trying to grab the phone, and then I put my hand in there trying to hold the phone that my friend also has her hand on, and then my other friend as well holds the phone. So literally he has no other option but to let go of his grip on the phone as well, because it was like, no. So then he's like, oh, so you guys don't know that people who use their phones in public are supposed to get taken. First of all, I was so shocked, because I mean, I bought that phone with my own money. Why should I feel uncomfortable using it in public? What if it's an emergency and I need to use my phone in public? And he's like, well, he doesn't care, he just wants the phone. And we were like, no, because at that point, first of all, there were 3 of us, and obviously we girls and he's a guy, so it's not much of a match. But we just knew that there's not much that can happen in that circumstance, and giving him the phone would be easy. So we didn't want to give him the phone, and we didn't, and he left, proving that obviously, you know, he was just trying his luck. So yeah. So the third incident was actually supposed to be the second incident, because it was shortly after I lost my phone, of which they pickpocketed from my hoodie, right? So the second incident was on a fresh Sunday after church. Like, imagine getting mugged after church. Like,
No.
So on that fresh Sunday after this church service, so let me tell you guys before the church service. So before the church service, I got pooped on by a bird. So I wouldn't say in my culture, but you know, like, people, different cultures, different traditions, different people have different superstitions, and it's believed that if you get pooped on by a bird, that's actually luck. So yeah. So after that, we obviously attended the church service, right? So we went in there, praised the good Lord, came out, and we had to meet with another friend of mine. So the church is located in town. I don't know if you guys know Durban, but it's located in town, right? So there's this place where they have like bus terminals. So that's where we usually meet, like after school. So we decided that why not? We be at church, it's next to the bus terminal, so we're gonna meet my friend there. So we go there and my friend's late, she's not picking up her phone. So we're like, okay, we'll just sit here, you know, and wait for her here until she gives us some signal, or she sends us a text, or lets us know if she's anywhere close or if she's arrived, so we can, like, you know, meet up. So we sit there, me and my other friend, my best friend that is. And as I'm like, I've bent down to tie, I don't know if I was tying my shoes or I was fixing them, but as I bent down to do that, and I look to the side, still in that position, I see these 2 guys walking towards us, approaching us. Mind you, on a Sunday, not a lot of people will obviously be using that form or mode of transport. So obviously the terminals are kind of like close to empty. So as I'm bent over, I see these two guys walking towards us, and I'm like, no, I can smell trouble. Like, if you've been in that experience, you can see a person who is approaching or who will potentially create problems, and you're like, no, sorry about that. Anyway, and then they, because there were two of them, right, finally reach us, and they're like, I don't know if it's like something that these people do, the people that mug other people. But when they approach you, the first thing they say is they want all your valuables. Like, are you a character from Batman, bruh? Like, what? Like, am I missing something? How do you tell a person that you want all of their valuables and expect them to just hand them over to you? Like, I understand someone who would be in a situation where they are scared and then they're like, okay, immediately valuables, of which valuables are replaceable. But I'm saying that you don't want to buy whatever technical gadget or whatever you have over and over and over again just because you keep losing it to a person who comes to you and they say that they steal, so therefore they want all your valuables. Anyway, let me continue with the story. So they finally approach us, and then they're like, no, they want all our money and phones and everything valuable basically that we have on us. And at that time, I was like, you know what? I need to shut my mouth up. Mind you, I have my sister's phone, right? I can't lose that. I've already lost mine. So if I lose hers, what am I going to use? Fortunately, my sister's younger than me. So at that time, I could use her phone because obviously she's not into socials or whatever. So I was thinking about that. And secondly, I don't know, like there was a halo over my head that just told me that no, probably an angel. No, girl, keep quiet. So as I'm quiet, they are harassing my friend. They are literally harassing her, and I'm just sitting here with my arms crossed over my bag. But being the person I am, I couldn't just let that situation, you know, continue or carry on. So I started not really diverting all of the attention from her, but trying to wiggle out of the situation. So these guys continue asking for stuff until they eventually ask for our numbers. Like, that point I was like, no, there has to be a breakthrough. Like, there has to be a breakthrough. Mind you, these people look scary as hell. Like, this one guy has a scar literally on his face, and we like So then they start asking for our numbers. We give them the wrong numbers. Fortunately, they're not like other people or other guys who will literally stand there and call your number to ensure that your phone rings, to make sure that it's your actual number. So we give them the wrong numbers, and then, you know, they start making conversation. It's probably the bird poop, I don't know. They start making the conversation, right? And we keep talking and talking until we get to a point where we identify with the same township, right? And then he's like, oh, so you're from this place? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from this place. And he's like, oh, me too, I'm from this place. Like, do you have a brother that goes to whatnot? You look like him. And I'm like, yeah, totally. Now I'm playing along because, like, Oh, Asper's on the line. I'm playing along. Yeah, like totally. That's my brother. You know him? Yeah, I know him. Why didn't you say anything? Oh no, it's just that, you know, sometimes it gets hard because then I'll say something and then this person probably doesn't know my brother, and then I'll still probably get mugged, you see? So it's sometimes it's pointless. And then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like obviously you guys can't get mugged because like it wouldn't be correct, it wouldn't be right for you to get mugged by me when I know your brother. Literally in my head I was like, okay, situation kind of under control. So then he says that, and then the other one's like, yeah, but like at least we have their numbers. At the back of my head I'm thinking, if only like you that know. But then the other one who said he knows my brother is like, okay, so well, don't you guys have like a 10 rand? And I'm like, if I have to lose a 10 rand, just a 10 rand to keep the rest of everything, sorry about that, the rest of everything that I owe, nah, at that time, at that point, then why not? I give him the 10 rand, they leave. The minute they are gone, me and my friend get up, we are gone. Like, I feel like that situation made me realize that sometimes you need to try your luck before you give up. Because I feel like if that at that point, obviously I've been like in a few other situations before that was similar to this one, but at that point I was like, you know, sometimes it's not ideal to just give in and just be like, yeah, so no. So then that's the third situation. And the fourth situation, wait, I'm trying to think of the fourth situation. Is there a fourth one? I think there's a fourth one. Yeah, there is a fourth one. The fourth one, like usually in town, right? In town, it's very busy, like especially month end. Like it is busy. Like people are walking around carrying plastics from wherever, you name it, you know. People do shopping. It's just a lot of commotion, right? So at that point, it was that time of the month end, and people obviously got paid and had money to shop and do whatever. So me and my friend, once again, me and my friend, we're walking, right? So we're walking and all of a sudden I feel this person bump into me. Like this is their diversion. Like usually if it's like a passage or like a little space, yeah, a little space, and then people are just walking, crossing one another, they will bump into you, and then before you know it, all of your belongings are not on you anymore. So they bumped into me, and the first thing that clicked in my mind was to feel if my phone was still in my blazer. So at that time I had like a navy school blazer, and we had like, it wasn't a little pocket, yeah, it was a little pocket inside the blazer. So usually when I wore my blazer to school, I used to feel safer wearing my blazer than in occasions where I'm not wearing my blazer and I have my phone on me. Then it's kind of like a situation where I have to question, where should I put it? How should I put it so that people like, yeah, don't see that I have my phone on me? So I was wearing my blazer, fortunately, and as I'm about to feel my blazer, my pocket, right, that has my phone, this guy's hand is here. My first instinct would be to scream, but in this case, since no, like for real, I was shocked. I was shocked. Not that he could do it, but the fact that he thought he had mastered the skill enough to not get caught and got caught. But anyway, yeah, so that's the 4 times I almost got mugged. And the thing with not putting your phone in your bag is that usually backpacks, like I'll show you my backpack. It's heavy, by the way, because I just came from lectures, and yeah, this is how my dream meeting, yeah, every Thursday with files on the side because files don't fit in my bag. Anyway, you see this bag, literally you'd be walking with your backpack on your back, right? And they will be slowly opening your zip, like really opening your zip. Unfortunately, you don't feel it because I feel like it's the commotion and you moving around that doesn't make you pay attention to the sense of you feeling that someone is opening your bag, or they're just good at it. Or I've heard that in other places they will cut open your bag, so they're destroying your bag and they're stealing whatever's inside there. So yeah, so I don't put my phone or anything valuable in my bag because that's a big risk, and I do not wanna, I don't wanna cry, because honestly I cried when I lost my phone the first time. I was like like I thought of all the pictures, everything that I had on there, and it was traumatic. So if you guys have had similar situations or something close to that, my tea's cold now, but it's still nice though. Let me know, comment, you know, I love to hear, or I'd like, no, I wouldn't like to hear actually, but I could hear like stories you guys have possibly been through that are probably similar. And yeah, you might just, by commenting, you might just give someone else advice on how to deal with the situation, or give someone else, what is it? Oh my god, I even forgot what I'm saying. But yeah, give someone else an opportunity to identify this incident or potential incident that might occur in the future and know how to deal with it. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and see you later.